What's up? I'm Devon Levesque. I would say I'm an entrepreneur. I don't know, I just try to put puzzle pieces together every day and have a good time with it. I grew up in New Hampshire. Grew up on a farm. We had about 7 horses, we had a cow. I was always told, like, never have your hands in your pocket. There was always something to do. Health plays a massive role in my life. I used to be in the restaurant industry for a while, and that's just because I love hospitality. I love serving people and just like giving people a really good time. But then getting out of the restaurant industry maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, I realized that I loved health and wellness more than restaurants. And so I started to pursue it. A couple of my videos started to go viral, brands were reaching out. I'm naturally a very ambitious person. I'm like very curious. I always want to do more. I wanted to go like much deeper than just throwing photos up and like recommending something. I wanted to really bring awareness to something, and that awareness was suicide prevention and mental health. My father took his life when I was 16 years old, and it was like the hardest thing I've ever gone through in my whole life. And I was never able to really control that situation whatsoever. And so my thought was, if I can bring attention to it and I can bring awareness to it, there has to be foundations out there that can kind of help out, so another 16-year-old doesn't have to go through the same thing I did. And so my idea was, I want to do the craziest thing that anyone could possibly think of that would bring the most attention. And with that, it was bear crawling a marathon. So for 12 months, I would wake up at around 3 a.m., go out to a football field, do about 10, 15, 20 laps around the field. It would usually take 3, 4, 5 hours, and then go on throughout my day. It was always in the back of my head, like, what if I don't make it, right? The day of, something kicked in where I was just like, I don't care what happens, I'm finishing this motherfucker. I just went in with a very non-negotiable mentality.
Burning like embers. Burning like embers.
You need to understand a fourth quarter mentality. And a fourth quarter mentality is simply, sometimes you have to support that person, sometimes you need to stay away, sometimes, you know, they need complete silence, you know? Like, a fourth quarter mentality for everyone is different, and so I didn't want to risk not having fourth quarter mentality people in. Started at 5 p.m. on Friday, went through the night. I threw up about 57 times. We finally get to Central Park, and those 20 people then turned into 40 people, and then 60. And then 90, and then every time I would crawl and look up, there was just 10 more people. I ended up finishing in 20 hours, 48 minutes, so we ended up raising $500,000 total, and we brought not a couple eyeballs, but 500 million eyeballs to suicide awareness and mental health. And I didn't really know what was next, you know? I want to go into a challenge that I'm super new to, vulnerable about. I can learn, I can educate myself, and hopefully prove to humans throughout the world that you don't need to be an expert to go out and do something. There is so much education out there, and there's so much opportunity, and there's so many resources out in the world that you can literally do whatever you want. And so I'm choosing to climb to the highest point on every continent in the world, starting with Kilimanjaro in December. And the premise behind that is, why not? There's just always things to do in this world. Like, this world is not small. This world is massive, and there's so many places to go. And I think I just like to always be on. Why not? Put out as much positive energy into the world as you possibly can. And just keep that in the back of your mind, like, how can I be positive today? How can I help others? And you're always gonna get that back. Take as many opportunities as you can. It's like, there's no reason, there's the power of no, yes, but take as many opportunities as you can, because you don't want to regret it.